Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 7. As always, here's our disclosures. Understand that this content is for educational purposes only. I am not providing any investment advice. It is not tailored to any individual and understand your time horizon. Past performance does not guarantee future results or success, and all investment involves risk and including the loss of your principal. As always, here's the agenda for the week. Going to provide you with the news and market overview. We got 501 companies reporting earnings this week, so it's going to be another busy week for us. And here are our week 6 results. Provided 20 zones last week. We were 4-1 in stocks and 4-1 in options. No entry were 15 zones and nothing closed in zones on Friday. So here's the outlook for earnings this week. Again, we got a lot of companies. As always, I'll probably give you 18 to 20 companies to take a look at, things that I think that are going to hit and provide us an opportunity to trade. And that's that. So I went ahead and added week 6 data. We're 8-5 year to date on stock, and we're doing a lot better in options, 15-3. So keep at it, and let's get into the charts. So getting into the charts, as everybody knows, the big thing this week was the S&P 500 crossing 5,000. With that being said, there is no supply. Because our zone is so far away from demand, this 47.92, I went ahead and I went down to a 4-hour chart. So those of you who are looking to be a little bit more aggressive, that demand zone I have for you is 49.56 to 49.34. And again, that is because the S&P is escaping from us. So if you want to trade something 49.56 to 49.34, my aggressive traders. However, again, those of you who are more conservative, and you want to wait for a pullback, 47.92 is where to do it. So I'm going to traffic back to a daily chart, and that's what that looks like. So again, we got a gap to fill here. That's 49.56, and then I still have our original demand zone at 47.92 to 47.14. And for those who want to capture, see if we can take this back up, 49.56 to 49.34. Moving on to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ doesn't have anything specific to go down to a lower chart. However, for those of you who are my aggressive traders, you have this area right here, and that's 17,354 to 17,126. And you have 16,851 to 16,562 for my conservative traders. And again, NASDAQ is another indice that does not have supply. Moving on to the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones, our level is not going to change. This has pretty much been stagnant, and that level is going to be 380.09 to 377.83 is the first demand zone I have for you on the Dow Jones. Moving on to the RUT or the IWM. As you can see, our RUT has been in between our levels and has not afforded us a real opportunity to get in unless you know how to do iron condors. But that level for you on the demand side is 1887 to 1847, and on the supply side, 2069 to 2103. Understand that this level has been hit. So if these markets keep shooting up, there's a possibility that the Russell catches up with the other indices, or it stays stagnant for the remainder of the year. And once the indices decide to do a pullback, we may get down back to our level. And that's going to do it for the indices for this week. Moving on to earnings this week, I am starting with a company called Mindy. And that level for you, I got, again, no supply. However, the first demand zone I have for you is 195.86 to 186.28. Next company I got for you is ANET. This is reporting after the market on Monday. At all-time highs, but the first level I have for you is 223.45 to 203.32. Moving on to Cadence. Cadence got a level here at all-time highs again. Most of our companies at all-time highs. So what we're looking for are pullbacks to demand so that we can take them back up to their all-time highs. So this level I have for you is 268.44 to 259.15. Moving on to Tuesday morning before the market open, we got Shopify. Shopify, I got a level up here. I got a supply level for you up here at 110.11 to 118.95 on the supply side, and on the demand side, You got 63.17 to 58.87. In the event of an overshoot, we got 45.49 to 43.50. Still on Tuesday, we got Data Dog. Data Dog got a supply level for you here at 147.95 to 159.11. And on the demand side, I got 112.08 to 108.32. Understand that this level has already worked. So in the event of an overshoot, you got another level here at 103.72 to 99.20. Moving on to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola cannot break 60 this year for whatever reason. We had a hard time every time we get up to 60. We fall back. As you can see, this level has already started working. If Coca-Cola, if Pepsi was any indication of earnings, Pepsi did have a pullback. Coca-Cola may drop down as well. So that supply level I have for you is 60, 67, and 61.70, and 54.98 to 53.84. So if this follows suits with Pepsi, we might have a chance to buy for Coca-Cola lower. Next thing is Biogen. So on the supply side, I got 293.31 to 298.99, and I got 201.47 to 194.19. For those, we're right in the middle. For those of you who don't understand, this is a biotech stock. That's why our levels are so far away. So be cognizant and realize this is a biotech stock and can shoot up or down in either direction with breeze. Moving on to the Marriott at all-time highs as well. The first demand zone I have for you is 229.04 to 223.15. Next company I have for you is Moody's. First demand level I have for you is 364.93 to 358.19 with no supply. Moving on to Tuesday afternoon, I got Airbnb for you. So as you can see on the supply level, I got 151.71 to 163.10. Realize that this level here has been holding Airbnb once, twice, 3, 4 times. So there's a possibility. I highly recommend for those of you who are not that aggressive to wait after earnings to see how this plays out. However, for those of you who are looking to get long term or get bullish on Airbnb, you got a level here at 129.73 to 124.76. Next company I got for you is Upstart. In the middle again, right? So we can shoot either way. On the demand side, I got 25.82 to 22.75, and on the supply side, 43.38 to 49.52. Moving on to Wednesday afternoon, we got Twillo. On the supply side, 75.41 to 78.10, and on the demand side, 63.48 to 61.02. Next company I got for you is Crocs. Moving on to Thursday. On the demand side, 89.11 to 85.85. In the event of an overshoot of this level, you have the 72.59 to 66.50. And on the supply side, you got 121.15 to 126.42. Next company I got for you for Thursday is John Deere. On the demand side, 345.55 to 329.41. You can see that there's another level right below it at 326.33 to 308.88. On the demand side and on the supply side, we got 423.60 to 441.50. Still working on Thursday. We got DraftKings. Hopefully with the Super Bowl this weekend, they make a lot of money and maybe this pops up or maybe, maybe people lose money. So who knows? On the supply side, we got 45.79 to 51.85, and on the demand side, 33.67 to 32.03. This is an aggressive level. However, I do like it because we have a gap to fill. And for those of you who want to be real conservative, this is 25.09 to 22.20. Next company I got for you is Coinbase. On the demand side, we got 118 to 88.06, and on the supply side, 149.10 to 161.51. Moving on to Roku. Supply side 109.73 to 121.50, and on the demand side 53.55 to 51.41. Last company I have for you this week is DoorDash, and that level is going to be 92.46 to 83.46, and that's going to do it for us for the charts this week. We'll cover the news right now, although there wasn't too much news. That's why I saved it for the end. So let's get into that really quick. All right, for the news on Monday, as you can see, we have nothing going on, only for our Forex markets for the British pound. So be cognizant. Those of you who trade Forex or futures, be cognizant of that. Moving on to Tuesday, we got core CPI and our CPI report before the market opens. So there might be some volatility coming into the U.S. market open. So be cognizant of that. On Wednesday, nothing affecting our markets. For those of you who trade the British pound and Australian dollar, be aware that they have reports. For those of you who trade Forex or futures. Moving on to Thursday, we got our retail sales report, manufacturing index report, and retail sales. So Thursday, we should get some volatility again an hour before the market opens. So be wary of that on how that affects you throughout the day, if at all. And then on Friday, we got PPI report pre-market as well. And that's going to do it for the news this week. As always, here's my contact information. If you're not doing so already, go ahead and follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn for posts throughout the week. For those of you who are still following me on YouTube and receiving this, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to contact me for any information or anything you'd like me to cover. In addition, for those of you who do want to subscribe to the Mag 7, go ahead to my website and check that out on how to receive that information weekly. Tesla was a very good trade for us last week. And I went ahead and the following is my schedule. I went ahead and put the classes I'm teaching next month. So for those who are interested, again, go ahead, check that like button, click subscribe, and check out the website. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Till next time, till next week. Have a plan, stay safe, and enjoy that Super Bowl this weekend.